Hello and welcome back to the quick vlog. In our previous video, we have talked on different types of math functions. Similarly, in today's video, we will be talking on indexing. So if we go through a simple introduction, indexing is a kind of sorting. That means it will make the fetching of the data a bit quicker and a bit faster. If we give an example of a book, we have a front page of index in a book also that will have some major topics or the major findings of the chapter and its page number. So we can say there is a title and its page number so that we can easily search the required chapter and we can go to the chapter directly by the help of page number. So it is quite similar like that. So our MySQL also have a feature of creating such index on different type of fields. So suppose let us see the table employee at the first, then after we will understand how it works. Okay, we have a table employee which fields are ID, name, DOB, address, department ID, join date, position, and manager ID. So if we execute a simple query, regular query, that is select name from employee where department ID is 1. Okay, let us suppose the department ID 1 is being selected. So to select those records, the query will go line by line. Like it will go to the ID 1, it will go to the name Suresh, it will go to the DOB this, it will go to the address this, it will go to the department 1, it will go to the join date, it will go again to the IT manager, and lastly it will go to the manager ID. Then it will find the condition is being met, like the department is 1. So it will select this record and again repeat the same findings on the two record and third record and fourth record and fifth record. So it will be a bit uh, time consuming because it is going line by line to each and every field. So in this case, we can create a certain indexing such like we have a condition where department ID must be 1. So if we create an index in the department ID field, then it will only check department ID at the first. Like it will go to the department ID, it will check 1. Okay, this meets the requirement. Then it will show the name of the employee. Again, it will go to the department 2. It do not meets the record. It will go to the third record, that is 3. And here the department ID is 1. So it meets the record. It will print or it will show the name Ramesh Koirala like this. So it do not go to the each and every field to see the data or to see the condition. So if we create a indexing on the same field of the condition, then we can just um, minimize the checking process, or we can only focus on the required field to be checked. So you do not have to go to the name, DOB, address individually, and it will save us our time. So the concept of indexing is quite simple. So it is just to save the time and it is just to make the query run quicker. And in this example, we have only 11 records, but in some used database, there might be millions and millions of data records. So in that case, this indexing can be a bit of or a great game changer. So to create an index, we can simply use create index and index name on table name, that is employee, and the department ID is the column under which we are going to create an index. So the query is select name from employee where department ID is 1. So our condition is the same field under which the index has been created. Because if we create index on the name and similarly if we use the department ID as the condition, then it will not have any meaning. So we should use the same field where we have created indexing to make the query run faster. And then after we can also use explain select this query to see whether to see the index being under which condition. Like suppose we will create an index. Okay, we have created the index idx employee department, and let us suppose we have executed the query and we have got the records also. So in this example, we will not see use difference because we have only 11 data or 11 records. But in the use data files, we can see a use margin of time difference between the regular query and index query. So if we use the explain select name query, then it will explain the type of index we have just created. Like it is a simple type of index and it is made under the table employee. It do not have any partitions. And then after the possible keys, that means the type of indexing we have created under the table employee are only IDX employee department, because just we have created the first index of the table. And then after we are using the IDX employee department, that will be given under the field key. And then after the affected row, that means it will have effect under 3 rows. So we have got the three records as per the query of the select. And similarly the other information are shown in this explain table. So if we use the show index from employee, we can view all the index made under the table employee. Okay, we have already seen the index IDX employee department, but this primary key or the key name primary index that is not made by us is also being seen in the index table. So indexing or the index has some default keys, like primary key is already a default indexing, and then after unique key is also a default indexing. And then after we have a normal indexing, that is just we did to one of the field of the table. And then after we have another indexing, that is composite indexing, under which we will combine multiple fields and we will perform indexing. So there are other types also, you can just search in the Google, but these are the main indexing which we will use, and it is a bit practical because our data are related to these indexing. There are other indexing also which is used for like geolocation indexing, and then after further other complicated task. So as per our requirement, we are learning few indexing here. So if we have already seen the indexing which we have made under the table employee. Okay, lastly, if we want to drop or if we want to delete the index, we can simply drop index and index name and on and the table name. So this is the simple query or simple indexing example with only a single field. So if we see in the composite key or the combination of field, the syntax is similar. Create index IDX employee DEPT position on employee, and we have got multiple field. In the above example, we have got only single field, but in the second example we are using two fields or the combination of two fields. And the select query is same, but the condition are employee ID, department ID must be 2, and then after position must be software developer. So whenever these two criteria are met, then only it will select the name. So in this case, suppose the department ID and the position field. These fields are only being checked for the condition, and if the condition are met, then only it will go through the total data. So it is not the total search or total scan of the table. So it is just a partial scan of the table. So if we execute this query, and then after if we execute the select, we will get our result. And then after this is the explain section like the previous. And then after we have also the show index from employee query. So if we see this, there are two extra query made which we have just created, like indexing on the department ID and indexing on the position. And if we want to drop the indexing, the syntax is quite similar. So I hope you have got some knowledge on the indexing. So hope to see you in next video, and leave your comment, suggestions, and then after you can also suggest us the next topic of the video in our comment section. So do not forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Thank you.